When I'm bad at something, I usually just don't do it. Math, fashion, taxes, the list could go on for decades. However, with Tekken 8, something just kind of snapped into place like a cosmic puzzle piece. You see, I've known about Tekken 8 for some time now, but I've not really gotten into it on account of it being a little complex and difficult to get into. If anyone here has seen my other Tekken video, then you know how I feel about learning its various complexities. Not to mention, fighting games have not really been my forte. However, like an overweight rat in a cheese factory, my urges got the best of me. And so, I decided to buy Tekken 8 and give it a good old shot. The old college try. And holy shit, the game is amazing. The graphics, the sound design, the character design, everything you'd want is here. The rain pouring down on the intricately designed skin follicles, the fur on Kuma, the worst character in the game, and the sounds of blows explosively landing and coinciding with each other as you and your opponents grimace. It's what feeds the enraging inferno of this game that I like to call fighting game crack cocaine. Unlike Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, you don't have to have the power of above a 5-year-old to pull off some pretty cool combos. Most of the time, I just kind of spam buttons that I think are ideal, and like 30% of the time, maybe something will happen. But even then, it doesn't really matter, just because of how cool those combos are. But even then, it doesn't matter, because even if your opponent is absolutely mollywopping you, you can't just help but go, wow, what they just did is awesome, and I want to learn how to do that so I can get better. Unlike the other fighting games, there's like 7 billion combos per 7 trillion moves. Of course, we can't forget to mention the soundtrack. The soundtrack is just so fast-paced, adrenaline pumping, and filled to the brim with musical notes so perfectly and painstakingly handcrafted to make your adrenaline boil that you'll enter flow state faster than the aforementioned fat rat escaping the cheese factory. So even if you're terrible at fighting games, like me, and even if you're getting your ass kicked every couple seconds, those combos that you'll be taking and sometimes giving out are just so good, and the game's aesthetic is just so good, and everything about it is so good, you'll be begging to play more. Just like crack that I don't do. Subscribe.